My cats are both over here.
Okay, hello. Welcome to Tribal Council. Um, I've missed a lot of you. I haven't been able to talk to you. Well, I guess I have been able to, but I haven't yet. So I'm gonna start with who I haven't talked to in a long time, Jesse. It's been like you played the last time Bush was in office. Like it was so long ago. Um, so let's talk about the first 7 days. Like it's a much different playing field. You have, a bunch of returning players to the series. How is getting the ground running with this group of 10?
Yeah, I think we've been having a great time over at our tribe. We've had game nights and it's been a really fun time. And I'm really enjoying these people. Oh my. I'm really having a great time and hopefully we can continue to good vibes after this tribal and we can win the next challenge. Thank you.
All right, and I'm going to go to Mikey next. I'm just going to go in chronological order at this point. Um, what does I, yeah, we're gonna get rid of her. Um, Mikey, I want to talk about the Oracle twist for a second. Has there been any talk about this potentially being weaponized in some way, shape, or form?
Um, Not with me at least. I feel like that's the sort of thing that if you're gonna use it, you might want to do it secretly and just so that you have that information to yourself. But I don't know. I feel like we're getting to the point now in the game where it's more likely that things are going to start showing up and popping out of people's pockets, especially with all the money that was spent during the first challenge. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's only a matter of time.
Um, Speaking of things in people's pockets, Corey, um, advantages are, see, you're chronological, you're next, you're season 8. Um, Advantages are a big topic to talk about. Mikey's already alluding to there could be something coming out at the very first vote of this tribe. Is that like a legitimate concern that you have as well?
I mean, if somebody has something, then they've not told me, and I don't have anything because Prod was rotted and they knew that I suck at idle hunts and 20 questions and decided to make the idle hunt 20 fucking questions. And I have gotten more no's than I care to admit 7 days in, and I think I've gotten one yes to my question. So thank y'all for that.
That was a lot of projection. Um, Cam, let's go into tonight. Let's just jump into it. What's the criteria for tonight's vote?
I think that so far everybody likes everybody from understanding. I don't think there's been anybody that's been inactive or quiet. So really I guess it's mostly just who they talk to the most, who they vibe with the most. And yeah, really just a lot. It's really hard when everybody talks, but like have to make the hard decisions sometimes. So
Megan, if inactivity, as Mike, not Mike, oh my God, as Cam alluded, I'm so sorry I do that to you. As Cam alluded, inactivity is like a good indicator most of the time, as an org player myself for a first vote. But if the tribe's all active, then the what becomes the go-to? What's the next in line?
That is a great question, Buckley. And yeah, no, everybody's been pretty active. I mean, we're all in different time zones. We have different careers, different, life things happening, and I feel like in general we're all pretty like, oh yeah, we're good, or I won't be available these times, and it seems fairly consistent that way. But I think just moving to like, okay, see where you know ideas are coming out, and just sort of the vibes there, and just sort of planning, just I guess with what comes up.
Lake, is tonight the first night somebody from Cairo won't go home?
I hope to God. Oh my God. I'm just like, I look at my season and I'm like, this is rough. And then you look here and you're like, ah. And then hopefully no. Um, but it's what Cairo deserves.
I'll agree. I'm not gonna lie. I love everybody on that season, but that season was awful. Um, Mike, so let's discuss the future of this game. Obviously, at some point, it's alluded there could be a swap. There's probably going to be a merge at some point. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of other things. How do you anticipate what's coming down the pipeline with like tonight's vote?
Well, I could anticipate it all day, but none of that matters if I am not here for that. And that goes for everybody. So I think the main concern, as boring of an answer and uninteresting as an answer as it's going to be, Jonathan, it doesn't matter if none of us are here after this. So I think it's more important get through tonight, get back on track in the next challenge, and make them worry about things coming down the pipeline. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Eleanor, coming off of last season, there was, a lot of swaps and a lot of chaos, so that created a lot of relationships. This season, there's a lot of relationships in a different way. There's a lot of pre-existing relationships across the board, no matter what they played a season of this or not, or whatever. So how do you kind of navigate those relations?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, I think, for me, because I am maybe the newest org person in the game. I don't know, but I'm pretty new. So, I mean, CTC was my first game, so I don't know a lot of the pre-existing connections. Um, but so that could be a negative for me, but that could also be a positive because I'm going to be looking at everything with fresh eyes. I'm not going to like necessarily like have a ton of outside information that can cloud my judgment about people. I'll be like judging their relationship to me instead of like to other people. And I think that that's more important anyways. But it's scary. I don't know.
Bruce, to round us out here, Eleanor brings up the idea of perception pretty much. What other people's relationships are with each other may not be as important as the relationship to you, but also how those people perceive you as well. So how important are perceptions right now?
I think on a returner season, they can get really important because like the last thing you want is to get lumped in with somebody just because you were on the same season. Like, for example, like Kim is from my season, but like Kim and I never even spoke to each other because like we never crossed paths. And like what you don't want to see is like somebody sees like S16 and S16 and they're like, oh, they're gonna be together for sure. So I think perception can be scary, but like hopefully everybody's going into the same mindset of like, hey, like it's a new game, even though we're returning we're hopefully, I mean, all of us are losers, so like we're all trying to show up and play a different way. So like hopefully we're perceiving things in a different way.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, that ends my interrogation for the night. Does anybody have anything they would like to add or state?
Yeah, I would just like to say that Bruce clocked all of us right there. Like,
Yeah, you just clogged. That's like calling Us loser. Like, come on, we play
Hey,
hard.
I said us, so I'm in it too, guys.
Well, someone's about to double it, so let's all get to voting. It's 10:15. You have until 10:18 to do your thing. I will now pass off the mic to Karen, who's going to give us a nice sponsored message.
Hello. Now, as always, is the time for shout outs. Say hi to your Prod Chat guests, tell us about your day, show me your pets. Just please fill this unbearable silence for me.
You said pets.
Oh,
Him do the snooze.
I've got Chompy. Shout out to my prod guests, John, Grace, and Jeremy.
I'll give a shout out my progress, Seb, Grace, and the one and only pop star sensation Julie Ragbeer.
Well, I guess we'll shout out my podcasts, Topher, Jen, and Zach.
Shout out to my prod guest, Julia Rowe.
I'd like to give a mute. I'd like to give a quick shout out to my dad because he likes to watch these on YouTube. So, hi, Dad. Thanks for
Wait,
watching.
that's so cute. I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out Pepto-Bismol and yellow stoplights.
Shout out to my project guests. You know who you are.
Shout out to Buckley and his new house.
Shout out to my mortgage payment.
Hey.
Shout
That's
out to
prime
Karen,
adult.
always telling you no.
As I say, mortgage prime adulting at its best right there.
I just say just don't pay the mortgage. What are they gonna do? Like there's so,
Foreclose.
I
yeah,
mean-
there's so many houses out there. You think they're gonna pay attention to you? Like, come on.
My mortgage lender has my personal cell phone number. The hell he will.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
kick his ass?
No, he's a very nice man.
So then he won't foreclose your house then.
Megan, what is that? Can I see
Oh,
it?
on my shoulder. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is the first time I played the game in December 21. I have anxiety disorder, and I was so like I was ready to throw up sitting on Zoom with like all these people I don't know. And so this is Chompy, and he came on camera with me. My husband was like, "Oh, have him sit with you," and he just sat with me my first game. I did fairly well that one, and he's just kind of like my little emotional support alligator, and he's wearing
Oh, it's
one
an
of the buffs from-
alligator.
Yeah, he's wearing one of my buffs from another Survivor game, my first long form game, which was a
Aw.
Scooby Doo theme, and this was a Shaggy trip.
Oh, cute. I love
Yeah, so
that.
he's usually on my shoulder and stuff for tribals, and sometimes in
Where are his eyes?
challenges and whatnot. He's got cataracts. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
He is 8, 9 years old, something
I
like
love
that. And
him.
they just sort of fade. Like you can see him a little bit on this side, but I
Oh,
gotta
okay,
repaint
cool.
them. But oh yeah, he's just
I
he
could
just
not
chills there.
tell what that was from that angle. I was like, what is that caterpillar? Cool. All right.
very
bet.
hungry. Little Eric Carl
Shout
shout
out. I'd like to give a shout out to Chompy.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Shout
what's
out
that?
Chompy.
I'll take a shot. Sure.
Shots.
Shot time, anybody?
I don't have any liquor,
Oh.
but I'll finish this.
What's that?
I have
Straight from the bottle, like a savage.
Damn
It's
straight.
Jack Honey. Jack Honey's nothing.
You know, I didn't really
Oh wait,
look
is
at
it
what
Jack
it
or
was. I
Jim
just took-
Beam?
It's Jack.
Oh, it's Jim Beam.
Jack.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. Fuck it, we ball. I don't know. Let's just go.
Jim Beam is fine.
I'm just drinking my water because I drink way too much and I'm trying to cut back. So I'm drinking something that I should be drinking more of. Water.
Yes. Yeah, that Jim Beam brought to you by season 6 and 9 alum John Farrell.
And this Pepsi is brought to you by season 14 Comers. We
Can
drink to forget.
can I get sponsored? Like as a Survivor athlete?
I got
Shout out.
Dr. Pepper from Wingstop. Shout out
Hey.
Wingstop.
Shout out copyright.
Shout out demonetized.
That team.
Shout out all of you that are watching, whoever you may be, you know. Hey.
Shout out Lexi. Almost forgot.
How could you forget?
Yeah, how could you forget mother like that?
I don't get paid, so I thought I was gonna.
Shout outs to my mom.
You know what? Shout out to my mom as well.
Shout
You know
out to
what?
She's not watching, but
No.
Cam, you go if you want.
Shout outs to my dad. He'll be back from Walmart one day.
I was gonna also shout out Mike's mom.
All right. Wow. Okay. It is time for the votes to be read. At this time, if anyone has an idol or an advantage and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call fairly immediately. First vote. Mike. V. One vote Mike, one vote V. Mike. Two votes Mike, one vote V. Mike. That's three votes Mike, one vote V. Mike. That's four votes Mike, one vote V. Mike. That's five votes Mike, one vote V. Third person voted out as Survivor Deja Vu. Former CTC prod member Mike Jones. Mike, if you have anything you would like to say.
Good luck, y'all.
Love you.
Mike, we love you. And you're welcome back to prod.
He was never actually on prod, it's just a joke, I promise. For those that don't know. All right. Well, congratulations on making it to final 17. Tomorrow night there will only be 16 of you. There is no swap, but there's a real fun challenge ahead of you. So it's imperative that you're at least around for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So good luck. Have fun. No swaps.
yay.
TBC. Who knows? Okay. Now let's see. Every single tribal I've struggled with ending the frickin' YouTube.
Now I feel kind of rude for shouting out